Mic test 1 2. You know why I said that so like forcefully and angrily is because I just did a whole podcast and I had to redo the whole thing. This is my second take because for some reason when I use TikTok, it populates a sound, and if I delete the stupid sound, like the song that nobody cares about, it just deletes my voice as well. So I'm pissed off. Find Jesus and action. Okay, let's get into the podcast. And this one actually is really, really sad to me because I actually posted this on my Facebook yesterday. We lost superstar Val Kilmer. He passed away yesterday. His daughter announced that he passed away due to pneumonia at the age of 65 years old. I know he'd battled throat cancer for quite some time. He beat that. So he was doing really good. Oh my goodness, my heartstrings were kind of sad on that one. I'm fond of him because I grew up watching him in Batman Forever, starring opposite Jim Carrey. And I just thought he was amazing. He was a great actor. He's done so many other things, obviously, other than that, but may he rest in peace. What a great actor. I love when nice people share not nice things, and Paul Rudd is one of those guys. He's the nice, likable character. Everybody loves him. He's a vampire to some extent because he doesn't age. He was just in a new movie called Death of a Unicorn, which, by the way, if you've not seen it, it's an A24 movie. It is so freaking good. Jenna Ortega stars in it, and it makes me wish that like unicorns were real. But on to my story about Paul Rudd. As a nice guy, he says there's one guy that he cannot stand. Would you like to know who it is? I'm so glad you said yes. It's a dentist who screwed up his teeth decades ago. He says, quote, I don't even remember his name, but if he's reading this, I hope he knows he's a terrible dentist. I don't know what happened. He's got a nice smile, so maybe it's in the back molars or something. This story's gross. Machine Gun Kelly, or MJK as he's called on the streets, he called his new baby his Celestial Seed, and people for some reason on the internet thought that was her name. Can you imagine Celestial Seed Kelly? That sounds so weird. It's not the baby's name. MGK says that Megan Fox will reveal his daughter's name when she's ready. Evidently, he's leaving that up to her. So, man, wow, what a couple those two are. Actually, they broke up. Anyway, I hope they can work that out and co-parent. When I say this, you say the celebrity. You are not the father. You said who? Maury Povich. Show me Maury Povich. Maury Povich and his wife, Connie Chung, still get it on every Sunday. Oh, yeah. Let's get it on. Connie. That came out during the first episode of Maury's podcast. Did you know he launched a podcast? Hello, Maury. Shout out to Maury Povich. I watched you as a kid. I idolized you. I think you're an amazing person. I'd love to be on your podcast, or you could be on my podcast, even better. We could do some paternity tests and like show people who they are. Anyway, he's 86 years young. Connie is 78. They both look amazing and fabulous for the age. And they've been married since 1984. And I just love to see a story of two old people just, still falling in love and doing the other stuff that I don't really want to imagine. Shocker! Keanu Reeves will return for John Wick 5! Or if you're watching in Mexico, Juan Wick 5. There's also an animated prequel film that's in the works and a spin-off featuring the blind assassin Kane, who was played by Donnie Yen in John Wick 4. I don't know half of what I just said, but all I know is there's a lot of John Wicks and a lot of spin-offs. And at this point, they just need to make John Wick a supernatural character because he's died several times. In fact, I saw John Wick 4 in theaters and he died. So he's coming back. So he's immortal. Let's just go with that. Woo, child. Cardi B and her ex-husband Offset are going at it. Word is Offset has been harassing her for months. He's begging her to take him back, even threatening murder-suicide. I don't even know what to say about that one. That's not how you get somebody back. That's how you scare them away. Also, he's been sending revenge pornography videos of the two of them to Cardi's new man. So once again, Offset, if you want to be taken back by Cardi B, you're completely going about it the wrong way. And don't ever threaten murder-suicide. You know what? That's attempted murder, right? Like she should report him. Never really liked that couple. Let's move on to Gene Simmons. You know him with the long tongue from Kiss. He's a little bit obnoxious to me, charging $12,100 for a fan meet and greet. In typical Gene Simmons fashion, he says, quote, it's better to be rich than poor. It really is. And if you're a miserable blank, it's better to be a rich miserable blank. I don't know what to say. In this economy, how dare you? And I'll leave you with the diabolical story that I love because this one just made me laugh, especially after I saw it happen on SNL. When Morgan Wallen left the SNL stage early during the credits and everybody was like, goodbye, thank you for a wonderful show. He's like, get me to God's country, which he claims that he didn't say, by the way, but we all know. We could kind of see it. The internet loved his decision to leave the SNL stage and post the phrase, get me to God's country. So memes have just been pouring out nonstop. You can find them everywhere on Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, all that stuff. But the best one that I've seen so far has to be Get Me to God's Country, and it's just an Arby's sign advertising a $6.99 surf and turf special. Oh, that's rich, deep and rich. And I have to say, if I were to storm off SNL stage and say, "Get me to God's country," my background would be a spirit Halloween. The more you know. Thank you for watching another episode of Bobby's Podcast. I really love doing this thing. And, I feel like I'm talking to you, my personal friends, and I'm just grateful to do what I do. So follow me on all major socials at Bobby's Podcast. I'm also on all major streaming, so you can get me in the car. You could listen to the radio. Or you can listen to me. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio. Not taking away anything from radio because I do love it. I'm still trying to get back in. But that's where you can find me. And as always, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And I love you. And I hope you have a wonderful day. We're one day closer to the weekend. So yeah, let's celebrate that. And cut the check.